Hello, everyone. Welcome to Alpha Talks. I'm Kavita Khanna, your coach for the evening. We are here with a wonderful, fun learning session for you. Today's topic is related to word power. We are going to talk about common phrases in use. I welcome all of you in the session, and I also welcome Coach Aswathy.
Thank you, Kavita. Good evening, everyone. I'm Aswathy, your coach for the evening. Okay, today, so we are going to talk about a very interesting topic. Let's work on word power, but not precisely on vocabulary or words. When you talk about word power, we normally think about the words, common phrases in English language. But before we start, I want to ask you, Kavita. Now, this word might be familiar, may not be familiar to everyone, phrases. So I want to ask you, why do we need to learn phrases? And what effect will it have on other people if we use good phrases in English?
Ashwati, besides common vocabulary, common phrases are one of the most important factors that decide whether or not we can speak a language the way native speakers speak. A common phrase is a group of words put together in order. We hear these phrases quite often by English speakers. In fact, one of the ways to improve our spoken English is to learn these phrases.
Right, rightly said, Kavita. I agree completely. So, learners, when you use phrases, native speakers will more likely to respond to certain, questions or maybe inquiry request. So this is how the phrases will help you in conversation. Right, Kavita?
Yes. So if you happen to ask a native speaker, is your health good? As a greeting, he would not be impressed. He wouldn't
Is there
understand.
any network
Is there a network
interruption?
issue? Am I audible, Ashwati? Am I audible? Hello? Am I audible? Ashwati, am I audible?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what I was trying to say was, if you happen to ask a native speaker, is your health good? As a greeting, he would not be impressed. He wouldn't understand. But if you ask me, like, how are you? How are you doing? Probably he'll understand you immediately.
So true, Kavita. Um, why don't you tell me about some phrases, what needs to be kept in mind? Because there are many phrases. Learners cannot learn all of it. So what are some phrases which we can keep in mind?
We need to understand formal and informal relationships, Ashwati. We use different phrases for formal relationships and different for informal relationships.
Exactly. So you meant to say the phrases we use with family, maybe relatives and friends. We cannot use the same phrases with our workmates, bosses, colleague, or acquaintances at work, right? Or unknown people.
Absolutely right. Let's give them some examples. Let's give our viewers some example. Viewers, please listen to us attentively as we would be sharing many common phrases used in our day-to-day life. You may make a note of it. So Ashwati, when I talk about greetings, suppose you are my close friend, how do you think you're going to greet me?
Okay, if you're my close friend, I will greet you by saying, Hi, Kavita. Hey, Kavita. I think this is something which is very familiar to everyone. What's up? Right? Long time no see. If I haven't seen you for a long time, but in fact, we keep meeting every day. So if I
Right.
haven't seen you, then long time no see. And what's new? What's up? Or how is life? These are the things, these are the phrases that you can use. How is it going?
Great,
Did I
great.
miss anything?
Not really.
Right.
Okay.
And suppose I'll give you another situation. Suppose you are my boss wife with whom I'm meeting for the first time.
Yes,
I hope you
Ashwati.
understood the situation. Yes.
Right. I did. There's some network issue, I think, because of which I'm losing out on words. Okay. So
Okay.
what you mean to say is you are my boss's wife and I'm meeting you for the first time, right? So
Yes.
probably I would say, hello, ma'am. How are you? Or good evening, ma'am. How are things at your end?
Yes. So these are the formal phrases that you can use when you're meeting someone in a very formal, situation. And what if you're leaving for the day?
Okay. So if I'm leaving, so to my boss's wife, I would be very formal and I would say, nice to meet you, ma'am, or pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
Good. Let's make it a little more interesting. Suppose
Mhm.
I'm very famous, more famous than your boss. Then how will you
You,
greet?
you mean to say more famous than my boss?
Yes.
So the wife is more famous than my boss. Okay, then I would be
Yes.
even more formal, and I would say, "Ma'am, it's an honor to meet you, ma'am."
Good. It sounds good.
Great. So, formal language is used not only in greeting but also in parting. Have a nice day, have a good day, take care, or a very formal line if you are a business partner and I don't meet you in person many times, then maybe I can say, I look forward to our next meeting.
Yes. And what if I want to express my happiness that you came, that
Then
I could
probably
meet
a
you?
yeah, so probably a simple sentence I would like to frame. I'm glad you came.
Yes. Glad to meet you, even.
Correct.
Right. So these lines are so simple to say, but they're so effective. They
Yes.
make the language so rich and make you sound very polite.
Completely agree,
Right.
Ashwati. And when the relationship is informal, then we don't use the same parting. Okay, so these are just for formal relationships. Then the language
Right.
goes different. So suppose you are my best friend. Okay, I'll give you another situation. You are my best friend and we need to go somewhere. Okay, we are parting. What would you say?
A very common phrase would be, okay, bye, I'm off. I've got to get going. Talk to you later, see you later, catch you later, right? A series of them. And then
Correct.
see ya.
See, yeah, right. We use these
Yes,
phrases on a daily basis.
correct. How about thank you? What do you use in place of thank you? Or how do you
Okay.
thank someone?
Ashwati, don't you think we use thank you phrases according to the degree of thanks we want to
Sure,
express?
sure. Exactly. Like if you have, I'll give you a situation. Suppose you have got a glass of water for me. I
Right.
would just say plain thank you, right?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
But it will not be a plain thank you if I have helped you in getting a job at Alpha Board. Okay. Then how are you going to thank me? Tell
Thanks
me.
a million, Kavita. Thanks a ton,
Great. I like it.
right?
I really like it, Ashwati. Okay.
Any other
And
situation?
how about if I've helped you financially? Then
Okay. Shall I message you my account number?
why not?
So one she has put in the money learners. I will message her. I can't thank you enough, Kavita. I am indebted to you. I'm really grateful to you. Nice to
Wow.
hear that.
Makes me so happy. What? Okay, Ashwati, these are big problems, but what if I have solved not a very big problem, but yeah, very okay kind of a problem? Like, not a very big problem, but yes, some
Okay.
problem, a medium kind of a problem. Then what? How are you going to thank me?
Still I would thank you because you helped me out in some situation. I appreciate you, Kavita. I owe you one,
Wow,
right?
Ashwati, so good to hear these phrases. I think using appropriate phrases help in building relationships.
Correct, Kavita. But responding to appreciation is a very good gesture. Correct. So we
Yes.
talked about many phrases which we can use for thank you. Responding to this is also very important. That makes your relationship even stronger. So please respond to these phrases. If I have thanked you for bringing water for me, how would you respond? The learners
Okay.
also would like to know how would you respond to it. So thank you, Kavita, for a glass of water.
I would just respond by saying, no problem, Ashwati.
Right. So let me recollect all those things that you have done for me.
Right.
Right? You got me a job in Alpha Board. So thanks a million, Kavita. Thanks a ton. How do you respond?
Probably I would say, glad to help, Ashwati. Anytime for you. You're my friend, so anytime for you.
Great. Another situation. Suppose you invited me for dinner. You can do that, in fact. Thanks for the wonderful dinner, Kavita. How would you
I,
respond to this?
I would probably say my pleasure, Ashwati.
Okay, food was just awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Thank you
Okay.
so much, Kavita, for the dinner. Right? What would
Mm,
you
I
say
would
then?
just I would just turn it the other way. Pleasure is mine, Ashwati.
Good. Pleasure is mine. A very good phrase. Okay,
Right.
let's talk about the financial help that you have done for me. I just wanted to remind you that
Okay.
you
All right.
promised me something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have really helped me in need, Kavita. I was so much in need of money. Okay, now how would you respond?
Please don't mention Ashwati. It was the least I could do.
Oh, great. Let me look at the amount.
Right.
Lovely phrases to discuss. I'm sure our viewers are able to understand the phrases that we are using.
I don't
Right.
doubt that. Definitely.
Kavita, one word, when we are talking about the phrases, one word that I feel is the most commonly used in English language is the word sorry,
Oh, yes.
right?
Yes. Every single minute we are sorry for something. So why don't we
Yes,
discuss phrases for sorry? Like
absolutely.
informally, we do say, I am sorry a lot of times.
I have also heard another word for it, my bad, in WhatsApp groups. People
Correct.
write my bad if they have committed a mistake, and that is an informal way to accept your mistake these days. My bad.
Correct. It's a trend nowadays.
Yes,
Yes. Also, Ashwati, my fault. It's my fault. Or maybe, I'm terribly sorry for my mistake.
yes. In a formal language, so my bad, these are informal language. In a formal language, I apologize for my mistake. Any other
Correct.
phrases?
Yes. Informal, not informal. Formally,
Sorry,
we say,
in a formal
yes,
language.
in a formal language. We can also say, Ashwati, my sincere apologies. Or maybe,
Yes.
pardon my mistake.
Yes, correct. Now let's talk about when you receive. So we talked about thank you, sorry. Now let's talk about when you receive a good news,
Okay.
right? Maybe someone has told you or messaged you or WhatsApped you something good. So how would you respond, Kavita?
But you have to give me a happy news, Ashwati.
Oh,
How will my reaction be realistic then? Give me a happy news.
let me try giving you one. My son stood first in public speaking event last week.
Wow.
Yeah,
Many
I messaged him.
congratulations, Ashwati. God bless him.
Thank you, Kavita. Now, another situation, I'm going to Australia for vacation. I'm not really traveling. It's not possible in the situation, but imagine that I'm going to Australia for vacation.
I'm jealous. How do I give you
You
a phrase
No,
for that?
that's not a good phrase.
Okay. So probably if I hear you going to Australia, I would say that's wonderful, Ashwati. Enjoy yourself.
Great. Now, suppose I'll give you a situation wherein you will not feel jealous. I
Mhm.
received the award for the best trainer at Alpha Board. I'm sure you're not feeling jealous.
No, not at all. I would probably say, lovely, congratulations. This marks for a celebration.
Yes, great. Another situation. My son got a scholarship in a competitive exam. Now I will have to pay, suppose, only half of.
Awesome. So happy for you, Ashwati.
Great. Do you know, Kavita? I'm a certified IELTS trainer now.
Heartfelt congratulations to you. You made us proud.
My husband got a promotion.
Congratulations, Ashwati. Feeling so much joy for you today. Well deserved. Well done.
Learners, we have to admit that Coach Kavita is too good with her expressions, even though I'm giving her, very imaginary situations, but she is like really happy,
See, I'm
right?
making it realistic.
Yes, exactly. Good phrases, Kavita, I have to say. Congratulations, feeling so much joy for you, or heartfelt congratulations. You made us so proud. Great. So, you know what? News can be good or bad,
Right.
right? So a lot of times we hear of someone's death or someone's accident,
Correct.
and I have seen people not being able to respond to this,
Okay.
so written or spoken, right?
Right.
So they run out of words. What do you suggest?
I agree. I have seen students making mistakes in framing the right phrases. So, if we hear the news, particularly of death, what do you think, Ashwati? What is the most appropriate line?
Not really sure about that, but I think please accept my sincere condolences.
Yes, that I've heard of.
Hmm.
In fact, if I'm talking to the family member, I can also say,
Hmm.
very saddened to hear of your loss, or maybe my heartfelt condolences on your loss. I think that's a
Very
very formal way.
unfortunate. Yes,
Yes,
very unfortunate also. I'm
correct.
sorry to hear of your loss. Did you say that phrase already? I don't know. I
No,
don't
no, no,
remember.
no,
Yes.
no, no, no.
Right. Right.
Probably I can just change it a little bit, and I can say I'm at a loss of words. When I'm expressing my grief, to someone, I'm at a loss for words.
Right. Great sharing, but let's change the topic now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, how about phrases? I think a very common situation, phrases that we use when we are making phone calls, right? Telephone calls. So, could you please
Absolutely.
tell me about the phrases that you would use?
Why not have a small role play for it? Probably
Yes,
that
that would be
that will
great.
help our viewers. So
Hmm.
let me make a phone call. May I speak to Ashwati, please?
Okay, she's not here at the moment. Can I take the message?
Yes. Would you please tell her that I would not be able to meet her on Saturday due to some work commitment? We were to meet for a business deal.
Sure, ma'am. I will definitely convey the message.
Thanks a ton.
Yes, this is a very formal telephonic, a very small one, right?
Correct.
Telephonic role play. How about some popular telephonic phrases? Let us talk about some phrases now.
So what I can think about is the word could here, Ashwati, because could does wonders, and it makes you sound so polite. So probably I can start saying, could you please connect me to the supervisor?
Right, right. Another word, would you mind giving me an appointment for today? So same goes for the word would, very formal and polite. Could and would, right?
Absolutely. And when you want to introduce yourself, probably you can say, hello, this is Kavita, or maybe, hello, I'm Kavita.
Great. And when you want someone to wait for a while, right? Now you have introduced yourself, and when you want someone to wait for a while, you can say, hang on for a second.
Absolutely.
Right.
When you want to say that someone is not there, okay,
Hmm.
so probably, and you want to take a message, so you can say, he's not available at the moment. Would you like to leave a message? Again, would gives a very, very polite impression.
Absolutely. Could also, could you ask him to call me back? No, a polite formal request, right?
Exactly. And maybe, when you want to actually say a formal way to say why you have called, so you can say, I wish to inquire about the course.
Great. I think that was a very good role play that we did and about the telephonic, conversation. So many phrases in this
So
class.
many
Maths class
phrases.
also. I think,
Absolutely.
right. So many of them. So now it's time for questions. We are open to questions. If learners, you
Yes.
have any questions, you can
Let
come
me
up with
just
that.
check. Okay, there are a lot of learners who are saying hi to you, to me as well. And so a question is asked, Ashwati, what is the best way
Hmm?
to learn phrases? If you can answer, what is the best way to learn
Yes.
phrases?
Yes. So before talking about the best way to learn phrases, I would like to tell the viewers that what is the importance of learning phrases. When you have this handy, you can speak very spontaneously. You can respond to things like without any delay, without thinking. So that is why we learn phrases. How do you learn this? Of course, you have to listen to the native speakers, podcast, or maybe conversation, even movies would help you. So this is listening is the best practice to learn the common phrases. You can have a collection of these phrases you have to write, you can keep it in a book and with the context, like for thank you, what are the phrases that you use, and how would you respond to thank you? How do you say apologize to someone? How will you greet someone from, I mean, in a formal environment and a casual one? So you can keep these things recorded, which will help you to be a very fluent speaker and respond quickly to others. Right, Kavita? Anything else that you would like to add?
Absolutely. No, no, I think you've explained very well. Thank you for sharing, Ashwati. The other question that I can see here is, what are phrases we can use for saying I'm not well? Okay,
Hmm.
so we can say this in a lot of ways. I am not well. So instead of saying not well, if you just turn it saying I'm a little unwell, it makes your language very rich, in fact richer than before. I'm a little unwell. Or you can probably say I am down with fever, I'm down with a cold and cough, probably giving the reason why you're not well. Or maybe you can say I have a mild headache, or I have a terrible headache. A very good phrase would be I have been feeling very run down lately. Or the best way is I'm a little under the weather. I think that's a very popular phrase to say. I'm a little under the weather. So, under the weather is a phrase which says that you're feeling unwell. So, I think a lot of phrases we have for saying I'm not well. Right, Ashwati?
Right.
Yes, there's one
Lot of
more
them.
question. There's one more question, Ashwati, asked by someone. Badal is asking, what are phrases we can use for agreement? So, if you can
Hmm.
let our viewers know.
I hope this is not going to be a very lengthy session wherein we give a lot of phrases, right?
No, no, that's
So
okay.
agreement, disagreement is again. Let me talk about the disagreement as well. This is again another context which you can, which is very common at workplace, right? So if you want to agree, or if you want to put your point forward, opinion forward, you can start with "in my opinion," "I think," "as far as I'm concerned," or "I'm of the opinion that." And if you differ from somebody, of course, we will start with an apology. I'm so sorry. Or maybe I beg to differ on this point, right? I'm not sure about that. I'm afraid. I disagree. So these are the common phrases that you can use in
Absolutely.
agreement and disagreement. But again, you don't have to learn 5, 6 phrases for agreement, disagreement. Just choose one or two which you're comfortable with. So be use it in your conversation and be comfortable with these phrases, and then going forward you can upgrade it. You can change to some other phrases once you, if you think that you're repeating the same things in conversation, then you can try and change it, right? Yes, so
Absolutely. So I
I
think
think
time
we
to wind up.
answered.
Yes, there are no more questions. I think we answered all.
Sunita asked a question. Okay, Kavita ma'am, I
Sorry.
want to contact with you.
Okay, really? Yes. I'm so
How
sorry. I there is some
to?
network issue. I think Ashwati
So
again.
is it like, I don't know if she's asking about the phrases, but if you can use yes. Is that clear now? Right. So
Yes.
if you want to make an appointment with somebody, you may ask, would you be available? Are you available? These are the things, these are the phrases that you can use. This is how you can ask for an appointment. Right. I think we have some network
Correct. Correct. Because I can
issue.
hear only few things from your side, Ashwati. I hope I'm audible. Hello. I think it's time to wind up. Hello. I think it's time to wind up. For
Shall
any,
we wind up the session, Kavita, if I'm audible to you?
yes, now you're audible, Ashwati. So I think we should wind up the session. And viewers, if you have really liked our session, please subscribe and do come up with any kind of topic that you feel like. Just let us know what topic you want us to prepare on, and we'll definitely get back to you.